Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to some of you, depending on where you are watching from. You are welcome to this afternoon interactive session where we are going to be navigating those activities of those self-acclaimed prophets and priests who has been making sure that they take our decolonized people back to modern day slavery. Because if you check around us, you will understand that our problem in this modern day, 50% of it is coming from ourselves. And among that 50% coming from ourselves, 50 is coming from the clergies and self-acclaimed priests and prophets. The other 50 is coming from the government. So whenever you talk about politics, concerns the government, concerns the clergyman, because politics has got, church is rooted in politics. That is the reason why you see there are different denominations. There are Pentecostal, there are Anglican, there is Catholic, there is a Sabbath church, there is different type of churches across our nation. And if you look around you, you will understand that the major problem we are facing is politics in the government part of it, and politics in the church, which has been corrupting the minds of our people, which has been actually making the minds of our people not to understand exactly what is going on. So we are here now to correct those problems. If you are watching from YouTube, share this video. If you are watching on Facebook, YouTube at Judge Money Blog Africa, don't forget to subscribe to that YouTube channel. Hit the like button. If you are watching on Facebook, at Judge Money Blog, at Judge Money Blog /TV, at Judge Money Official, share this video. Or IPOB versus autopilot. If you are watching there as well on Facebook, share this video. Invite others to join. If you are watching on Twitter, at Judge Money C, retweet the video, because we are going to educate our people with this in regards to what you will find happening around us. What these things we find happening around us are actually being promoted by these modern day pastors, priests. So we are going to be addressing them. And we are specifically going to be addressing this man who called himself prophet in the name of possibility or whatever he called himself. We are going to be addressing him, and we are going to be sending him a very strong warning because of his latest utterances. And not only that, I am going to be addressing his fake prophecy and his fake claims. I am going to tell you the real reason why he said what he said a few days ago. Because when we come, we are prepared before we come to address anybody, to make sure that we have a real reason why we must address that person. Because if you look around you, all these fake prophecies, they have destroyed lives, they have destroyed families, they have destroyed relationships, they have destroyed so many things They have extorted money from you. They have actually done a lot of damages in the lives of our people, which makes the mind of our people to be very lazy. You know, the worst laziness is the laziness of the mind. When your mind become lazy, hoping that it is going to reap from where it did not sow, hoping that you are going to get a miracle from this person, from that church, you will never be able to do anything productive with your life, because you are there hoping that miracle is going to come from where you don't know. You have not ever done anything that will, attract this miracle to come, but you are there because somebody in the church told you so. Miracle is going to come. Now you reluctantly waiting for that miracle to come without you doing anything that will attract that miracle. That is exactly the approach we want to correct this afternoon. So if you are joining us, we might not have good audience because we are on restriction, and Facebook continue to actually reduce our followers on Facebook. Today it will be, you will find out that 100 people followed. Tomorrow you will find out that 200 people were removed from your Facebook page. So we can do it manually by sharing this video. Invite others to join, because it is very important. It is going to be an interactive section. I'm going to use like 45 minutes or to 1 hour to address this, and 30 minutes to 20 minutes to take calls, because I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear the areas that you've been affected by these fake prophecies and by this, fake priests who will give you hope where there is no hope at all time, which has made our people, so many of them have gone to do highways in order to make money, because they know they don't have a job, but prophet is prophesying that they are building mansion. So they have to go through highway in order to achieve it and make the prophecy come to pass. There are many different ways. There are different ways that these things have, effect on you. They basically have a rippling effect on our people who are so blinded by this, prophecies and the church and religious manipulations. It has a very, very negative impact on our people. So we are going to address it. So, but before then, I want to talk about the protest going on in the protest that is going on at Abia State. If I'm not mistaken, there is a protest happening in Abia State. So that protest, I want to zoom into it before we proceed, so that by the time we will be done here, we will go through. By the time when we are done with this, zooming into that protest going on for the release of Ohamadike 1. Of course, people are doing their best, doing everything they could possible to have Ohamadike release, for Biafra land to be calm, because people are tired of all this shenanigan going on in and around Biafra land, all over the place. So this protest, those who are embarking on this protest, kudos to them. They are doing a wonderful job. And, I believe and I wish this protest should continue, because it is going to yield a significant, effect on what we are doing. So those that are carrying out this protest, kudos to you guys. It takes a lot of courage to protest in the street of Nigeria, because if you do not have that courage, you will be thinking that, coming to the street of Nigeria, or you will be believing that it is not important to come out there to protest. But you might be forgetting that it takes a sacrifice for everyone to win. But your sacrifice, they only tell you that it is the sacrifice that you give to pastor. You will say it is a sacrifice that you will give to pastor, Because everything, when you talk about sacrifice, pastors claim that the sacrifice must come to them. Offering, tithing, and everything come to them. That is the reason why they will continue to manipulate and lie to you at all given time. So let us zoom into this protest and see what the protest is all about. So this is happening live in Abia State. You see the people, they troop out in their numbers to come out to the street. They have taken to the street to protest for the release of our Ohamadike one, the Ago Biafra one, for because the court of law has set him free, just like your president, whoever that is there in Asorok, said that they cannot grant our elder statesman his last dying request of releasing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that his case is in court. Now the case has been discharged and acquitted by the court. There, the same thing, they refuse to release him. So the men and the boys and the children and mothers and fathers, they have taken onto the street in Biafra land, Abia State to be precise, where there is close to where the court also discharged Mazen Nnamdi Kanu of all frivolous crime leveled against him, and granted him compensation of 1 billion naira and another compensation of 500 million naira. The same place is where our people have taken onto the street to march, to show their grievances, to against the injustices being meted on the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, because he is not the only man agitating for the secession. It is not only him. There are other people in the north agitating for the secession, but they are not in prison today. They are not in solitary confinement today because they are Fulani. They are northern people. Because he is in solitary confinement today because he is Igbo. And apparently, Igbos, they are opening the eyes of other nations to see the activities of the oppressors. We cannot continue to remain in a river while the soap is entering our eyes. That is exactly what cannot happen. The release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is sacrosanct. Anybody, anyone that is actually against the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will be, pursued by Chukwu Okike Abiama. And the one thing you should understand, as long as our people have taken onto the street, that means it is not going to stop. Our people in various, states in Biafra land should, in fact, follow suit with this protest. It is very, very important because it takes this protest that it is going to yield a very, very good result for us. You see this protest that is going on, it is going to yield a significant result. Our brave women and children and men, they are out there on the street doing what they can because of the love they have for Ohamadike. The only man who ever cared for them. Of course, you people know, you can testify that the government or the governors from the eastern region. They never cared about anybody. They only care about their pocket and power. And that is the reason why they do not want to heed to the calling of the innocent people, to the calling of the youth to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, to call for Nigeria or demand from Nigeria to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is the only hope that they ever had prior to 1960, after the robotic independence granted to them by the colonialist Britain. Now, I want to now make it clear the reason why each time we come online, we call Britain. We want to now tell you that it is not because we want to generalize. We are calling Britain because those their ancestors, those their government, sitting in their government, in their parliament, are the real reason why we are suffering, dying, using our blood to furnish their riches and their freedom. So we say enough is enough. The reason why we call Britain, each time we come, we do not call specific people, we call Britain. Because if you look around you in Britain, those people that will say we are generalizing, they are beneficiaries of what we are going through. They are beneficiaries of what their ancestors did to us. So when we refer to them as Britain, nobody should actually see it as generalizing, and generalizing is not okay, because they are beneficiary. They never stood up to ask questions. Had they stood up to ask questions, where are we getting all these things that is making our country great? We have seen people crying in Africa, and they are crying for equity, they are crying for justice, they are crying for fairness. It is not granted to them, and they continue to mention Britain. What is going on? If they cannot stand up to ask such questions, they are beneficiary to our, to all the exploitations and the killing and the blood of our people used to furnish British Empire. And we cannot stop calling their names. We cannot stop mentioning their name. As no one omume na ebe obube ebe nwata na ebe akwa na alụ aka nne ya nọrọ dia nna ya ga-anọ dia. So we are calling on Britain for what they have actually created in that area of sub-Saharan, call it to Nigeria. They should come and dissolve it, because it is not safe for human, lives. It is not safe for human being to stay on it. That experiment of oil and water mixed together, it is not soluble to each other. They don't have any relationship to be able to mix together. So that is the reason why people have taken onto the street to call and demand for the release of Ohamadike, who has been detained illegally, even after the court of law set him free in different courts in Nigeria. We have defeated them. We have actually shown them that they do not know the rights of any human being. They do not know the constitutional right of people of the nation they called Niger area. So that is the reason why we will continue stand on our right to demand for what is rightfully ours, to demand for what God has created and given to us, which was confiscated from us by Britain, and we are demanding to have it back. Self-determination is not a crime and will never be a crime as long as democracy is concerned, as long as, there is, democracy in the world. Self-determination is not a crime, and it is not a crime in Africa. Just like it is not a crime in Europe and Ukraine, it is not a crime and can never be a crime in Africa or in Biafra land, because we believe in self-determination, and that is exactly what we are pursuing. We are calling on our people across Biafra land to take to the street, just like the Abia State people have done that, have started it. Follow suit, join suit with this movement. It is going to give us a significant result if you do it formidably. Thank you, people who have taken on to the street today and in solidarity with what we are doing and for release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. May Chukwu Okike Abiama grant you people blessing, safety, and every good things that life brings You will never see any police who will rain a bullet at you people. Whichever police, army, DSS, whoever that will want to rain bullet at you people, they will turn it against themselves. The work of Chukwu Okike Abiama, that Chukwu Okike Abiama may be praised. He say, thank you very much. So we are going to leave it here and run to the next thing. And that next thing we are talking about, it is the activities of Simon Ekpa and his fake prophets who are supporting him because the money is finished. So many of you must remember, or you must have forgotten maybe, but I'm going to bring back your mind to it. Where this guy in Finland came to tell you that the Eastern Security Network that was rolled out by the DOS, that they belong to autopilot, but he could not even get any picture or image of those people. He told you that they belong to the autopilot. So that is exactly what I want us to talk about now, first of all, so that you will know the reason why, part of the reason why this fake prophet will come out to actually promote him, because the money is no longer coming. After the rolling out of that first Eastern Security Network, the first one that took them by surprise, people started waking up. People actually started realizing that no, it is now, so DOS are doing the work. This criminal is collecting money. DOS, he called criminal, are the ones rolling out, making sure that the Eastern Security Network is being protected. This criminal is out of his way, going, telling you he's reuniting criminals on the ground. He's uniting agitating groups, which he could not even show you evidence of uniting any agitating group. He never. He just tell you that he's uniting. Never showed you any of it. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu created Eastern Security Network, he showed it from the beginning, from the onset, when the people, devotees, actually came out. He showed it. He showed it when he gave them uniform. He showed it when he armed them. He showed it to the world, because he was not committing any crime. There is no crime picking up arm to defend yourself. Defense is not a crime in any democracy, even in any autocracy. Self-defense is not a crime in any law of the world. So I don't see the reason why anybody will wake up and tell you they are no longer showing their security outfit online. They are this and that. You haven't seen them. You haven't seen this one. You will see them when the time is right. I want you to pay attention to this video. Let us use it as a preamble, so that you will know and understand where we are coming from and where we are going. It is lack of money, inadequate funds.
To stand strong and defeat the temptation that the Nigeria terrorist government brought after the kidnap of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. In days to come, the underground, our own is that when we do underground, you will come to announce it to you. We are not doing underground and you are not seeing it.
Their own is when we do underground, they come to announce it to you. Did you hear that? Which means all these criminal activities that is happening in Biafra land is what the underground he's claimed that he do, and we come to announce it to you. Did you hear that? And did you pay attention? Their own is when they do underground, they come to announce it to you. So that criminalities and everything, all these people claiming that they are Onongo men, claiming that they are Eastern Security Network, committing all sorts of crime in Biafra land, that is when they do underground, we come to announce it to you. That is exactly what this guy just said with his mouth. I want you to continue to listen. Now, for you to know that he does not have any direction. He is counting 125 days. I want you to know that this 125 days is ordinary 3 months to come. 3 months and 15 days. That is 125 days. 3 months and 15 days we are going to get Biafra. And we have been very, very patiently waiting for these 3 months to come, for Simon to hand us over the key to Biafra land. Then we will know. Because I don't know what type of Biafra we are talking about here, that even a reasonable person, Mujulara Miliara will understand. He has not done anything called, consultation. He has never done anything called, he never, any alliance, nothing. He continued to use audio telling you they have formed alliance with this person, they have formed alliance with the criminal group in the ground. They have, I don't know if it is all these people that he claimed he formed alliance with who are in the bush that are going to now give you Biafra that we are talking about. Do you know what is restoration of a sovereign nation? There is supposed to be, consultations. There is supposed to be, round tables. There is supposed to be alliances. There is supposed to be consolidations. There is supposed to be different areas that you must touch on before you talk about this restoration. I haven't seen that. So maybe you will do it automatically. We are watching. If you say that, that this type of Biafra is going to get, so many of you might misunderstood it because you don't reason, you are not actually, well informed on how freedom is being fought. There is a lot of negotiations, there is a lot of roundtable meetings, there is a lot of travelings, there is a lot of, consultations that is supposed to be done, which he is sitting in Finland in front of his computer. He is sitting there doing all these things, telling you he has 3 months, 15 days to give you Biafra. No, we are watching. We are not actually arguing it for the sake of your understanding, because as in onye kwuo okwu amalu ka uche ara. Now let us actually listen to this guy for you to know it is money matter. It is money matter. He is giving you these 3 months because he knows that before these 3 months, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will be released. And one thing he is going to do, and he is doing, is that for him to be able to make enough money, because it is already known that he is a criminal. It is already known that he is a criminal. So he wants to make enough money so that by the time Mazen Nnamdi Kanu comes out, within the course of this month he is giving you, because that is actually his estimate. That is actually his estimate. In case if he come out tomorrow, he would have, he must have made enough money. That is his plan. That's why he is giving you those short dates. You hoping that he will give you Biafra in his 2x2 room in Finland. That he's going to give you Biafra in front of his computer. I believe that you are daydreaming and you have a very big bogus dream, because nobody gives you freedom from sitting one place. Nobody gives you freedom. The reason why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was captured, it is because he was actually going for that, consultation. He is going for that negotiations. He is going for that, making sure that forming relationships. Abaka azana. That is the most important thing that our people does not understand. This guy is been in his 2x2 room in Finland, telling you that you have 30 days, 3 months, 15 days to get Biafra. Does it make sense to you? Okay, now we will find out when we open our line. Our number is there on the screen, which you're going to add on your WhatsApps, so that when we open our line, you give us a call and tell us what you think. So let us continue. Listen to him before we go to his latest.
And you're not seeing the effect and the result. Different squad of ESN, those that you have seen and those that you have not seen. When the time comes.
Why are we talking about different squad of ESN, those that you have seen and those that you have not seen? What is the meaning of that? We know our ESN. Anything that is we don't know is not ESN. Are you paying attention? We know ESN, and their pictures and their videos were posted online. We know them. The ones we did not see are the ones that does not exist, because maybe as a novice he does not know the structure of ESN and the difference between ESN and M branch, because he called them all the same. He called ESN M branch, he called M branch ESN. So now, if we want to talk about M branch, so many of you might not know M branch because they are our intelligence. They are our intelligence. So I don't know what he's telling you, that different set of our ESN, every time ESN. The reason why he went and hide behind ESN is for the sake of the money. The first rollout of this, our new boys graduated from school. The first rollout shook him, and he shook his gullibles, that so many of them started asking questions. So many of them started turning back from where they left off and started following the structure left by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because they have seen that they play in the show. Not somebody who will continue to be telling you audio money, audio this, audio that, everything audio, without showing. Now, because of that, when these people were now integrated, giving them their uniform, send them to their department, show them off, that is when he come to claim them that it is their own. Remember, he told you that they are Tina Sanworu killing squad. Now, when they were integrated and sent to their position, he tell you that they are part of autopilot. Is that not an irony? Now, because he saw how many people he lost, he saw how much donors he lost after that time. That is the reason why he has to take this step to tell you that it is part of autopilot, so that he will see if those people are going to come back to start giving him money or over again. Now let's continue.
Come, you are going to see them.
When time come, you are going to see them. When time come, let's see his face. So
ESN is intact.
Wow.
And the autopiloted IPOB will continue to pilot the affair, the Eastern Security Network,
until Mazen Nnamdi Kanu comes out. And that is where the initiative of 125 days to go, or 125 days to go. That is where the initiative is emanating from. Because remember, the emanation of this initiative, it is the profit or the benefit he is actually acquiring from this Eastern Security Network he keep on preaching about. So he gives this 3 months, 30 days or 25 days, he give it in order to use it to get more money in the name of Eastern Security Network. Because remember, if he tell you that 225 days to go, that he will claim he is buying fighter jets, buying war jets, buying everything for the Eastern Security Network. Because I want to ask this guy a question. Is the Eastern Security Network an army? Very, very simple question. I want to ask all of you, is ESN Biafra army that is going to go for war for us if there is any eventuality? They are not. For you to understand that this criminal does not know anything about the formation of IPOB. He does not know anything about the formation of IPOB. And the same applies to his gullible followers, who does not know anything about the formation of IPOB. Eastern Security Network was created to safeguard our land from the terrorist invasion. They are not Biafran army. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had made that clear over and over again. But whenever this criminal come and tell you Eastern Security Network, this meeting, this and that, we are going to war, we are going to do this, you will not understand that it is money in the pocket. Money in his pocket that is talking. The money you are giving him while leaving the real people that where you're supposed to put your, your money for the safety of your loved ones at home to be rest assured. Because he was deceived. No, he was not deceived. Those criminals in America that is now realized that they are criminals, they recruited him. And he knows very well that these criminals were criminals who betrayed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They recruited him, telling him you are going to replace Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Of course, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is already going to die, or he's not coming back. You remember what is the challenges in Nigeria. Now, when you see this Ekperima in Finland, you should know that these people he calls criminal in the USA, they are the people who gave him promises of heaven on earth. Be there. We will make sure that money is not a problem. We will make sure that we create avenue where money is going to be coming, because they have that lump sum of 747 of US dollar, 747 US dollar, 47,000 US dollar in lump sum. So they feel they know to Ifenlacha Siami. They squandered it. When that money finish, they now have to depend on, because they have to depend on the raising fund of Eastern Security Network in order to sustain their pockets, in order to carry out their criminal activities in Biafra land. This is exactly what these people are doing. Now they have brought this criminal to replace our leader. Imagine a field trying to replace a clean something. Imagine a criminal trying to replace an angel. That is where these women in America, Nelly Ofebu and co, Bridget and co, Oyibo and co, that is when you will understand when this criminal prophet, remember that we are not talking about one prophet. So many of them have come and gone. They have come and gone because so many of them who were recruited as well to come out there to actually tell you Bridget Okafor is the good one, Oyibo is the good one, Nelly is the good one, Simon Epa was the good one. All of them, they have come and gone. That is the reason why I am asking myself, did this one, latest one, ask question before he engaged? Of course, he never asked question, and that is the reason why I am going to be addressing him, and I will not, be very, very hard on him until he come again. But this afternoon, he will know that he treaded in a wrong path. We've been looking at him performing all his bogus, prophecy that he pronounces. We kept quiet because he never consigned us. We don't interfere in people's businesses until they interfere in ours. We don't fight a battle that never fought us. You need to start it, then we will now finish it. That is our modus operandi. That is the reason why I am going to be descending on this man, but not too hard, not too harsh also. But I will give him a slight test of his medicine that he may know that he's treading on a wrong path of life. Now, let us now complete this one.
This clarification is going to be as brief as you have had it. The ESN command and the entire ESN, the IPOB autopilot will continue to fund Eastern Security Network until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out.
Okay.
both the one you see today, both the one you have not seen, both the ones you will never see.
Wow.
So those of you who may have wrongly commented on some of the videos and pictures because you see wrong people posting it, just like they have done in the past.
Wow.
This is not the first time they are posting images. You all could remember that.
Watch his face.
There was 1 year and
what's the facial expression of criminal?
It was still these same criminals that first of all posted the picture and the video. Does that change anything? The answer is no. You also saw the way after they posted the video, that was the beginning of the paradigm shift. So this is not the first time they are quick to post video. And like we all know, we don't buy the idea of sharing videos and pictures.
He don't buy the idea of sharing videos and pictures. Watch his face. Watch the facial expression. Criminal. He doesn't buy idea of sharing photo and video, but he buy the idea of doing Photoshop just to be relevant. He does not buy the idea of sharing photos and videos, but he buy the ideas of doing Photoshop. Because the only video of ESN they have was the video of that time where ESN was created. That is the reason why he is telling you he does not buy the idea of sharing photos and videos. Tell him to share it, because the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the initiator, shared it from the inception. Tell him if he has one. If he's indeed controlling what he claims he controls, tell him to share the picture. Sharing picture is not going to destroy anything, because we follow the modus of this, movement. The modus operandi of this movement. That's what we follow. It is not, we are not doing something Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did not do. And that is exactly why we are in line, making sure that anybody who will rise up to come and act like they know, even when they don't know nothing, we will come out and address them so that they will not go out there to make such silly mistakes again. So that is exactly what we do, and we will continue to do so. Now, I want you not to forget, ask this criminal, where is this instant security network we are paying money to give you? Who are these people we are giving you money for? Show us even the picture. Even if it is, show us the latest picture. Even if it is going to be in your private Zoom meeting. You see the option I am giving you. You see the option I am giving you today. Even if it is going to be in the private Zoom meeting, or even if it is not because you people have group of cabals, right? You have where you people meet before you come out to, do your meeting, to do your broadcast and all that, or this joint broadcast they do. Now, why don't him and Azoka, because these are mastermind of these criminal syndicates, go out, tell them to take a current picture or even a video of those new ones that was actually rolled out, the one he claimed he's in charge of. Let them take a different version of the video, not the one they will do Photoshop. Remember, he is very good at Photoshop, because he can use that one and change the color of their uniform and show you. Tell him to show you the video, not the, he shouldn't show you the picture, video of those people you are raising fund for. All these things, you people are just deceiving yourself, believing that you are deceiving judgment. Writing junk there, believing that you are trying to actually kill the morale of Judge Money. My friend, my brothers, Judge Money does not have any shame. If you like, you write rubbish from now till tomorrow. It doesn't actually tickle me. It doesn't actually, I don't get moved by it. We keep our eye on the ball. That is actually the formation that we are playing. It does not matter what you say. It does not matter what you think. All that matters is we are truthful to our cause, and we can never relent until we expose every criminal trying to use our name to actually exploit gullible people on the ground, including their pastors and their fake prophets. We will dismantle them. Now, I am going to play it for the next 2 minutes, and we'll leave it here and go to something else.
So if you have commented wrongly, you just go and delete every comment or post you have done against them. And if you go to Twitter, I have made a comment about that.
Wow.
To disregard the pictures.
It was not pictures, it was video. Criminal. It was video, which you can never get.
And we are going to continue this evening. I want you people to understand the reason we are living in Nigeria is not about the marginalization of Biafra people or the marginalization of Ndibo. The reason we are living in Nigeria is because we deserve to be alive.
Now, I think
the reason we are living in Nigeria is
the area I want us to touch on. We have touched on that. And the reason why we touched on that area is nothing but because I wanted to show you that it is all about the money that is no longer coming. It is no longer coming. How can somebody call Eastern Security Network from the first get-go, when you bring their video when they graduated from school? He called them Killer Squad of China Samur. When they were given uniform, he said that they are part of autopilot. If I have, so many of you who might still be in the middle, doubting if this guy is real or not, I can bet my life on head on the chopping block that this guy is a criminal, because I have seen. There are many things we know. It's just that you will not be able to digest it, because you are very, very compromised, very, very carried away, very, very myopic to see the exact thing that is happening. It is somebody who just come out there exploiting you, just like this one in front of your screen. How is exploiting his congregation without his congregation knowing? There is something I use to actually give you an analogy. There was a pastor, who came and claimed he woke up a dead person. After they found out that the person was not dead, it was arrangement between the pastor and the morgue where they carried the coffin from. And the guy himself, who has been hungry, they use him to act that movie, and they gave him food. He ate like he never eaten before. Now, when they found out and discovered, this is one of the most influential pastor, from where he is. The story has it that, he is a very rich man, a very rich pastor, that he goes around with actually, with securities, government, securities, like metropolitans. He goes around with, when you see, if you watch the video of this man going to church, you will even think he's a president going to church. After he performed that, fake miracle, his church members were exposed that that it wasn't the truth. Did they stop following him? The answer is no. Did he stop performing the fake more miracles? The answer is no, because these people were already mentally enslaved. That is the reason why once this thing gets to you, For you to come out of it, it is very, very difficult. It is what this your colonialists did to Africa 400 years ago, which is, what they have done to you 400 years ago is what you are still suffering from. That is the predicament you are still on today, because of as a result of this mental manipulation, mental oppression, mental slavery that they have done to our people. And if you look at it, so many of our people, especially those in the United States, how were they actually mentally enslaved? They were mentally enslaved through torture, through inadequate food supply, through there are many horrific events, sleeping with the children in front of their parents, even the parents in front of their children. There are many traumatic events that took place. It destroys their mind. It is all about the master. Then you will forget that those people, you will continue to say, let us protect these people. We are going to protect these people. They are not the one. You are forgetting they are beneficiary of all these things that happen to you. They are the beneficiary. So it's either they actually condemn and return whatever they have taken, their forefathers have taken, and apologize. Then you forget, you say, let's leave and let's leave. As long as they continue to hold on to your things that they have stolen from you, you will never stop. We will never stop talking about them. So that this time around is modern day slavery. The other one was harsh, using intimidation, using extortions, punish, torture, and act in other ways to get you to be very, very, submissive. But this time around, it is manipulation through fake prophecies, through fake priesthood. They are manipulating you as much as they can to get you, championing their cause and dancing to their tones. That's what they've been doing, and that is what they will continue to do if you don't change your way you see things in this modern day. You will continue to be, a victim of modern day slavery. It is not only Europeans that are slaving people. Now our people are slaving our people by themselves. Just like I've told you, just like I have addressed Odumeje for throwing money on the air for our people, that is actually a pathway of modern day slavery. Because if you are throwing money on air for people, of course you are enslaving those people. They will never ever reason like normal human being. You are throwing money on them. They're fighting each other to get it. You are enslaving them. They will be seeing you as God. They will be seeing you as because that is a torture. You are trying to help. You see it as you are helping them, or they see it as you are helping them, but you are torturing them. You are torturing them. You are degrading them. You are undermining them. That is modern day slavery. Something that people does not understand in a simple terms. And that is what we are here to address, using this one as a point of contact. Now, let us go to his prophecy. After going to his prophecy, then you will see, I will show you the reason why he accepted to do what he did here. Why did he accept to do what he did here? Because there was a prophecy he gave 10 months ago. There was a prophecy he gave 10 months ago, and the activities of this criminal in Finland is the fulfillment of the so-called prophecy he gave 10 months ago. That is the reason why he is actually here to promote him, so that he will continue to lie to his followers that prophecy I gave 10 months ago. Of course, even that 10 months ago, it is obvious of what is about to befall every area of Biafra land. So, but let us listen to this one he said. Let us listen to it, because let us go.
Trying to make sure that you stop the major and the mega plan of the Almighty God for emancipation of the people and also bringing what's called development. The holding of mass.
So I think I didn't start it afresh. Let me start it afresh. This is the latest prophecy. This man, this is the latest prophecy of
God,
him.
God is using to speak to the whole world and continue to make his mind known to his people. Because a major prophet of God is an instrument.
Major. Everyone now is a major.
To the light to the people of God and the children of God all over the world. You know, many of you have been asking me a lot of questions about what is going on in Nigeria, the situation of things. And I want to keep on telling you people that God is aware of everything happening. There is nothing that is happening that God is not aware. Many of you have been talking about the case of Nnamdi Kanu. As a major prophet of God, I want to let the world know and Nigeria also know that the holding of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is also the holding of the Igbos. And not only holding of the Igbos, is only also holding of justice. When you don't allow justice to prevail, you are trying to hold the justice from having its way. Means that you are truly trying to make sure that you stop the major and the mega plan of the Almighty God for emancipation of the people and also bringing what's called development. The holding of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not just holding the man alone. You are trying to hold the Igbos. You are trying to hold the Biafrans. You are trying to hold all the things that are supposed to be unfolded here and there. But I want to let you know that when it comes to the case of let the people go, also freeing the people, you are also have what's called an advantage.
So previously, when we were using spreadsheets, we were heavily meeting dependent. It took us hours to up.
There are so many advantages that Nigeria stands to gain when they finally allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be free. Number one is that there's going to be what's called a peace right there in the southeast, and there's going to be what's called a financial breakthrough and growth of finance in the southeast, because a lot of people right there in the southeast, because of this very holding of Nnamdi Kanu, has not allowed the Nigeria to prosper in that southeast. And this is no more the case of physics; it is a spiritual matter. And when something is a spiritual matter, you know that the holding of Nnamdi Kanu is also what's called fighting of spiritual battle. And this spiritual battle is the kind of battle that you will never know when this battle will end. Because when somebody is standing on what's called justice and standing on what's called.
Now I want you to understand the reason why he started on that note, telling you and preaching to you about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because everybody want to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to shine. No, I want you to understand the characteristics of this, vintage slavery or olden days slavery. Understand the characteristics. Placing something that looks like the truth in front and garnishing it with a whole lot of lies. When you digest the truth first, you're now believing that the back of it is a truth. You continue digesting. Before you know it, you are gone, manipulated. That is the reason why. So don't be moved by all this. He's dancing and flowing, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. These are things that you don't need to be a prophet to know. I will tell you after this thing how these people, they do their prophecy in real time. How they do their national prophecies. I am going to tell you exactly what is going on. Yes, the man might be doing it to get traction, but Simon is bigger than you. Okay, you cannot even, okay. I know you don't know anything. You don't know anything. I get it. Let us continue. Let us continue. Listen to it.
Truth, and you are trying to make sure that you frustrate the truth, or you are trying to make sure that you frustrate
one autopilot.
Many a times,
one autopilot in the comment section has agreed that the man is doing it is a fake one. One autopilot in the comment box just agreed that the man is a fake man, but he will never agree that his master is a fake man. Read it. so that you will continue to understand the type of people you are dealing with. It takes a criminal to attract criminals. It is only anybody who supports criminality. It means that they have criminal tendency. You should understand that.
It does
Let's
not all go
continue.
well. You see, the many problems that you cannot have peace here and there is because of what's called injustice. The moment injustice is taken care of, peace will surely return back to Nigeria. So my candid opinion and also my advice is that the people that are on the helm of affair, that knows what is called the right thing, should quickly, as quick as possible, do the right thing. Let this man be free and go, because justice is crying, and when justice is crying, many things will go wrong spiritually and physically. And many people that are asking this question, Major Prophet of God, what do you see about this matter? I want to let you know that everything is going to be all right. But for now, we are continuing to suffer this pain because of what's called the injustice, and not allowing the justice to prevail, and not allowing the truth to prevail is what is bringing the lot of problems and a lot of spiritual problems and battles here in Nigeria. That is my candid opinion regarding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. Then somebody else was asking me, say, Major Prophet of God, what do you think about the man called Simon Ekpa?
Now, did you hear that? What do you think about the man called Sam Ekpa? Simon Ekpa. Now, this is how I catch these criminals. This is one of the ways you will catch a criminal. Did you see what he said? What do you think about the man called Sam Ekpa? Remember that woman that is dancing like a mad woman in Biafra land, now singing like that is later become a witch doctor today. I hope you remember the woman that say Okike told her. Okike told her. After Okike finished telling her, the same woman now went to, change from singing like a pastoress or prophetess, and they now go to become a witch doctor, because Okike never directed her what she's supposed to be before Okike told her. Are you checking the life, history of those who stood up to challenge to support Ekperima in Finland? First one was this one I showed you before. They started it before Mazi Nnamdi, before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, immediately when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, they started brushing the road for these criminals in the name of prophets and pastors. I actually tackled him immediately that same month Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was created. I haven't seen this shenanigan coming, but I heard him and his bogus prophet. I came online, I tackled him immediately, told him to stop giving people fake prophets, fake prophecy rather. Now, I want you to understand what is going on here. That woman, this guy never ever looked back in history to see. Yesterday is a history. Day before yesterday is a history, because when I talk about history, don't think it's 1 century ago. Now, this man never thought about what is going on. When this other pastor came, after that, he disappeared. Second one came. After that, Michael Jackson came. After that, Michael Jackson disappeared. And another one, which Mbaka came. After that, Mbaka now disappeared. And him now, he want to come, because they all want to, be in the realm light, for them to, actually, think that when you support criminal, you become famous. Now, because some of these pastors, some of them, they are YouTubers. Instead of pastoring, they are also YouTubers. That is very, that is what is very, very bad. For the sake of being a YouTuber, you want to bring yourself in something that will destroy your career. It is very, very bad. Now, let us now go to what this man is saying here. He says that somebody talked, ask him, a major prophet. All of them are major. All of them, all these criminals. Anybody you hear who call themselves major prophet, they are all criminals. Write it down today. Anybody you hear calling themselves major prophet with no certificate, they are all criminals. Muamale. And I am going to prove it with the Bible that they are using to call themselves major prophets. I'm going to use the Bible to prove it. Now, this man say, I want you to listen to this part very, very well. Somebody asked him about Samuel. He acts as if he is not exposed to that name before. Somebody asked him about Samuel. Now, he now pronounced it correctly. That is how you will know somebody who is a criminal. There is nobody that is online in YouTube whom is also following up with the Biafra agitation who will come and tell you Samuel. The same thing that woman na Nigeria. The same thing she did, the same modus, the same approach that she used. She couldn't pronounce it. That is how you will see some criminals when they are coming to support their fellow criminals. Now, listen to it.
Simon Ekpa.
No, I want to see
Sam Ekpa. Simon Ekpa.
Did you hear that? Simon Ekpa. For you to think that he never paid attention or he never knows about it, anybody who is in this struggle who claim they don't know Simon Ekpa that is in the media, they are criminal. For it to be hard for you to pronounce the name of the criminal we have made famous in the whole nation of the world, we have made him famous. That you can't pronounce it. It means you are a criminal. You are a criminal. Tell yourself the truth. It is very, very simple truth. That is exactly where this is part of my prima facie to show you that this is a criminal as well. Criminal tendency. They promote their own selves. Let us continue.
Simon Ekpa is possessed. And the people begin to ask, what kind of possess? And I told them, I said, Simon Ekpa is fully possessed. And also is a man that everybody should be careful to stay out. What's the meaning of that? The meaning of that is what is called possessed with the spirit of freedom. When somebody is possessed with the spirit of freedom, it will be in such a way that the person has no any other thing to do than to fight for what's called freedom. So you look at
the person does not have any other thing to do. While he is trying to promote the criminal, he is actually telling you that Simon Ekpa does not have any other thing to do. This thing is becoming his career. I don't know if Simon Ekpa heard that part, and then Zamoto Pilot heard that part. I don't know if you heard that part. He's being possessed by freedom, spirit of freedom. Instead of telling you that he's being possessed by spirit of money, extortion, the spirit of Nzama, he's telling you he's being possessed by spirit of freedom. Now, I know that talking about this man is inconsequential, but I don't care. I need to talk about him so that no other pastor will come and mess up with our people's mind. They need to ask questions first. Now, let us listen more before I take you to the reason why he said he came to this juncture. I want you to pay attention to the next thing he has to say. Then we'll go back to his previous prophecies.
Land as a place called the fatherland of Biafra, the spirit of freedom right there in Biafra has already completely possessed Simon Ekpa. And as he has possessed Simon Ekpa, you that is trying to begin to make noise or fight with him or do one thing or the other, you are also fighting the spirit of freedom.
You have come to that noise making department
because you don't understand how spiritual things and the things of the spirit goes. Because in the realm of the spirit,
you don't understand how spiritual things. First of all, let me remind you, let's go to the book of Matthew, The book of Matthew 7:15. Let us talk about how spiritual things works. Book of Matthew 7:15. Let me search for it and read. Matthew 7:15. Oh, because the most important thing we do is that we are versatile with every topic. I am versatile with every topic that you want to bring to the table. That is the reason why I am, actually facing all these criminals, whichever way they come, intellectually, if they want to come in corporate ways, in any way, I am well versatile with whichever formation you come with. Now, let us go to the book of Matthew. For those of you who say it is jealousy, let us see how we are, how jealous we are. We're going to use that same Bible they used to back themselves up all the time to tell you what they are made up of. We are going to give you 3 Bible quotations. Go to Matthew 7:15. Go to 2 Peter 2:1. Go to Romans 16:18. Okay, if you want to extend it, go to Micah 3:11. Go to Jeremiah 6:13. Let us analyze these criminals in the name of pastors. Now, first of all, let us go there. Let me read the book of Matthew because it is actually our intro to those Bible quotations that we are talking about. Now, beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. They are ravening wolves. Ye shall know them by their fruit. Do men gather grapes of thorns, or figs of thistles? You shall know them by their fruits. Of course, you saw the fruit. Simon Epa. That is part of the fruit. The prima facie fruit that we are, prima facie evidence of the fruit that we pick up from his testimony. Now, we are going to go to, I've given you so many quotations here. If you want, you can actually read it. You can read it and confirm to me. Read it and confirm to me. Let us go to to 2 Peter. Okay, let's read 2 Peter. 2 Peter 2:1. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. Now, if you go to Micah 3:11, they will bring themselves destruction, just like this one have brought himself destruction, just like Mbaka brought himself destruction by coming to support evil. Because the simple question we need to ask these people now, who claim they are prophet, they are priests, they are this, will you as a person, you have a structure in your church as a human being, as a general overseer of your church? I'm talking to you, welcome in the screen. You have a structure in your church, and eventually you had an emergency, or you were unlawfully arrested wherever you are. And you know that you have a board of trustee, because this is a NGO you are running. Churches falls under NGO. You have a board of trustees, and you have somebody who have your power of attorney, or who is your next of kin. And now, all of a sudden, somebody come from nowhere and tell you, because that person had an interview with you before you had this problem, came to say that you have handed him over everything to manage, that especially the money part, that he will continue to handle the offering and the tithe. Is that a correct way to do it? That is exactly the question I am asking you. What is your name, self? Is it Kendall or Kingle? I don't know what your name is. That is a very simple, analogy I'm going to give you. People who come to reap where they did not sow. It is very simple. Now let us go to read again the book of Micah 3:11. The book of Micah 3:11. I've given you so many of these, Bible quotation that you will use actually to judge these people, to actually judge their activities. Because so many of you might be saying, the Bible said, "I shall not judge so that thou shall not be judged." Am I judging here? I am reading the Bible. And let me tell you the aspect when Bible talk about judging. When you see a criminal today who, if you see somebody who come to the marketplace and steal maybe money from somebody's pocket, you go out there, you catch him, you put tire on his neck, you burn him alive, you have judged that person. That is the judgment of the Bible talks about, because these people who read Bible does not understand it. We are the people of the book. We know everything written in that book because it is of ours. Now, if you take that person, burn tire on his neck, jungle justice, you have judged that person. When you see the wrong path that somebody is following, you tell him you are a criminal. This path you are following is a path of a criminal. It is not judging. It is called correction. And onya funanya kana balomba, because na fulungoka nanya, I love him. He's one of us. That is the reason why I am going to give him harsh correction, because he knows that this thing has brought a lot of damages in our land. That is the reason why I will give him the hard correction, that he may learn his lesson next time he does not bring himself in between, two elephants fighting. Now, let me read Micah 3:11. Pay very good attention to this one, because this one will analyze the activities of all of them that are claiming, that are supporting criminals. Pay very good attention. Micah 3:11. The rest of the quotation I gave you, you can go and read it yourself. Of course, on YouTube, you can rewind this video. On Facebook, you can rewind it as well, even while I'm live program, to collect those quotations. If you want it also, if you call me on the phone, when I open the line, you will actually get those quotations. Micah 3:11, it says, "The head thereof judge for reward. The head thereof judge for reward. And the priest thereof teach for hire." Teach for hire. If you hire them, they prophesy for you. "And the prophet thereof divine for money." Divine for money. It is not about only money. Fame is part of the money the Bible is talking about. Fame. They divine for fame. They divine for money. Now, let us continue the reading. "Yet will they lean upon the Lord and say, Is not the Lord among us? None evil shall come upon us." That is what they do. That is exactly what they do. Let me now garnish it with the book of Jeremiah 6:13. Then you will read the rest by yourself. Jeremiah 6:13. I'm garnishing it, then we proceed. Because I always like to use that same Bible they use to back their lies up, to actually expose their lies. The book of Jeremiah 6:13. The reason why I'm pinpointing these ones, they hit the nail on top, they hit the hammer on top of the nail straight. Now, Jeremiah 6:13 say, "For from the least of them, even unto the greatest of them, everyone is given to covetousness, greed. Anyuku. And from the prophet even unto the priest, everyone dealeth falsely." Falsely. Falsely. The same people who told you that Jesus Christ have come and died and the law is no more. So if the law is no more, what is the job of priest? What is the priest doing in this earth? Because there will be no priest to me. When the law is no more, priests are the ones who go to Holy of Holies to perform the sacrifice, the atonement, and they will tie a bell on his waist, and be ring, so that if that bell stop making noise, you should know that the spirit have killed him inside the Holy of Holies, because he is not holy enough to go into Holy of Holies. That is the job of a priest. But now, the priest and all that, the reason why Christ came and abolished the law of animal sacrifice, because every time that is animal sacrifice in our land. For those of you who don't know our ordinana, it is biblical, because that's why I know you, but you will not understand it. Then they will tell you that you have to buy pigeon for animal sacrifice. That was what Jesus Christ came and abolished. Never abolish any of this law except the law of animal sacrifice. And the job of a priest is no more. Are you paying attention? So that is the reason why people, these pastors, they deceive you. God, Christ have done it. He died in the cross of Calvary and say it is finished. Therefore, we are living by what do they call it? Grace. We are no longer living according to the law. You are fooling yourself, because you have accepted that you do not live according to the law. Go and sleep with somebody's wife and see if you are still living according to the law or not. Go and steal according to that 10 commandments given to you by Moses on the mountain Sinai. Go and do all this crime that I have said, then you will know whether you are still living according to the law or you are not. Hello? This is what these people will use to come and deceive our people. And our people buy their story at all time. There is nothing like Christ abolished the law. The law is still up and running. It is only law of animal. Christ abolished it. He used himself, his blood as a sacrificial lamb. And that is the commitment of him. He said, let me die for the sake of these people, so that because too much na-akpọcha pigeon, na-akpọcha ọkụkọ ejikwa alụ ha, na-atali anụ akali everywhere. Ime ife iju imere ife ọjọọ asị gị jee kpụta efi ka egbuo ka akpụọ alụ. That is the reason why Christ did take care upon himself. See that he will sacrifice the blood that God, the blood of human, so that blood will represent every animal sacrifice that will ever exist. Not any other law. Or the very, very simple. Because you people believe that the Bible is there, our ordinana is there. Our ordinana is in the Bible. But the English words, translation made your Bible not to actually be in line with the activities of your ordinana. It is very, very simple. That is the reason why those who believe they have learned English words will come and use it to turn your Bible upside down, that you may not understand it anymore. And they will turn it and bring it to you in the name to extort money from you. The same way the criminal in Finland now turn ESN and say that he is in charge of the ESN. Therefore, he must give him money. It is all about money-making scheme. Nothing else. So let us continue. Let me finish playing this man's video before I take you to the prophecy he is trying to protect. Prophecy he is trying to protect.
When God wants to make sure somebody is used for a purpose, the person will be used based on the coming upon the spirit, or what the kind of power that has possessed you, or the spirit that has possessed you. So spirit of freedom is already in his life and has possessed him fully, and they cannot talk any other thing than what's called freedom. And if anybody needs to move on the same direction or the same path, you must also come to the level of that level of spirit of freedom.
You might have seen videos like this before, but here's the big secret. Anyone can make one of these videos in a few minutes.
Freedom to endow you and possess you, and then you can be able to talk about freedom. People that talk about freedom with empty mouth, they end up and they're carried by chaff. When the wind blows, they are carried away.
Did you hear that?
Talk about freedom, when something bribe is given to them, they will.
Did you hear this monkey? Did you hear this monkey? What he's talking about? Somebody is carried away by chaff. When the wind blows, they're giving them money. This monkey did not ask Simon Ekpa, why did he ask APC-led candidate 2021 to give him 1 billion naira to actually boycott Anambra State election for him? Did this, your so-called prophets, does he know about it? The answer is no. Uninformed. He's telling you spirit of Biafra has possessed this man. Spirit of this has possessed him. This, all them kamele puteba wala can't molly this man and you on here because it's quite irritating. Quite irritating. This is exact. Anybody who goes to this man church should know that you are going there to waste your time. Believe you me, you are going there to waste your time, because if you cannot, as in selfish people. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu told us, listen to the DOS. And one criminal jump out from their cocoon, come out just because he had an interview with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to come and tell you, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu gave me a special assignment. Now the criminals in America who want to recruit him to Radio Biafra now try all their possible best to put him in Radio Biafra. It never work. Because he has the media, he come and play victim. Because the reason why now he is now talking, telling you the women in America, they are this, they are that. Because they might not have their own media that is actually reaching out to people to tell you their own part of their story. That is the reason why the Belima is always using that avenue, media, to play victim. But not to us. Now, because of what this guy said here, which pissed me off, let me present to you the prophecy that this guy is trying to protect. He has given so many bogus and manipulative prophecies in the past that we actually kept quiet, but because this guy decided to meddle in the affairs of IPOB, that is the reason why I will bring him to the limelight as per requested by him. We don't care about whom you are, as long as you come to interfere, cross the line that you are not supposed to cross. We bring you and make you famous. If it is not good for your business, that is your business. It is not ours. It is what you requested. We granted it to you. Now, let's go there. I want you to pay attention to what this guy is trying to protect.
Feet on the ground and a hole on the ground. The man on the ground want to leave, want to come out of that. And the heavy man says, you are not going anywhere. You hold him on the ground. What is happening to the heavy man? What is happening to the hefty man? The hefty man is also holding himself. If they should call me to advise the government, I will tell the government of Nigeria, settle every matter you have with people in detention as quick as possible, because I'm seeing things degenerating in the realm of the spirit.
Pay attention. Pay attention.
I'm seeing things degenerating in the realm of the spirit. I see politicians running away from their hometowns. Running away.
You know, when we talk about these pastors being fellow conspirators of what is going on in Biafra land, it will look like we are joking. It is very, very important for you to know what is the activities of this Finland-based Nzama freedom fighter. What is his activities? His activities is each and every time he attack any politician in Biafra land, he will come and tell you we are doing things on the ground and they are reporting it by themselves. We are doing our own, is that we do it on the ground. They are reporting it themselves. Now you are attacking politicians because now this man wants this prophecy to continue to, to roll, so that his own gullible in church will believe that he gave prophecy. Remember that before that time, let me see how long ago he gave this prophecy. Probably 10 months ago. This prophecy came 10 months ago. Let me make sure. Yes. I hope you've seen it 10 months ago. That was the time he gave the prophecy 10 months ago. So now, for him to make sure that this is bogus prophecy, which is within, let me tell you the secret of these people's national prophecy that they give. Their secret is that these people, they are they follow the news. Like when somebody tell you that there will be a bomb blast in Hong Kong, or there will be a bomb blast in Ukraine, or there will be a bomb blast in South Korea. These people, they follow the news. They follow CBS News. They follow all the Middle East news. They follow all the news outlets in the Europe, in the Middle East, in the US. They follow them. So when there is a potential, these are the people who are good with, analyzing the news. It is like, if you know about forex trading, you win if you are able to analyze the market. If you are able to analyze the market, there are some people who do fundamental analysis, other people do technical analysis. If you are able to analyze the market, know when to get in and know when to know when to put your stop loss, know where to actually know your risk management, you will know that it is indeed how these people are analyzing the news of what is going on within, when to release this your prophecy and when not to. When they release it, if eventually it is averted, they will come and use, sweet talk and make you forget it. This is what these people are doing. You see him, he said politicians will start running. This was 10 months ago. 10 months ago, what has been happening before 10 months ago? Even if I must say, 2 years ago, what has been happening? What has been happening? People that they have feel the heat of these politicians and their evil activities, they actually started chasing the politicians. Something that is already happening is what this guy started using to give you prophecy. Now, for him to continue to nurture it, that is the reason why he has to actually come and sponsor the perpetrator. Come and actually give accolade to the perpetrator. That is exactly what this guy did. So many of you might not pick it up, because when I listen, I am very, very observant, because I am very investigative when I am listening to something. This is what this man is trying to protect, because he knows the perpetrator. If he promotes the perpetrator, his prophecy becomes accurate. If he does not promote the perpetrator, because he could see that the perpetrator is losing momentum. Even a blind eye could see now that the perpetrators, the syndicates, they are losing momentum. Their activities is gaining contraction. That is the reason why there is somebody who will actually make this activity to retrieve traction towards that activities. That is exactly what you see going on here. He has to actually protect his prophecy, his market, his investment, so that his gullible follower, he will come and brag. Did I not tell you 10 months ago that politicians will start running? Because now he has promoted the person who is, potential, perpetrator of trying to use his unknown government to attack politicians. That is exactly, he will come and tell you, did I not tell you? Did I not tell you? When you get a prophecy from a major prophet, he will start bragging. When a major prophet talk, I want Nigeria, I want this, I want that. All these things are psychological manipulations which people like me, who are African decolonization activists, we decode them. And I am very, very investigative in that regard. It is not this era that all at my, it cannot come to my disposal, your activities, without me being able to read a very, very, significant meaning, and I will match it to your intention. And you take it to the bank, you find out it is going to cash. This is the things that our people need to detox from. The manipulative approach. Presenting something that looks like the truth in front. Garnishing it, the whole behind it is full of lies. Bucket full of lies. And they present it to you because you heard the truth first. You will assume that all of them is now true. That is actually exactly the reason why this man want to start promoting the underperforming autopilot, because their activities is already getting contraction. He want to give them traction. Now, pay attention.
And a very simple young man, you can call a boy, when they begin to fight, hefty man, carry the small boy, lift up, hit on the ground back, and a hole on the ground. The man on the ground want to leave, want to come out of that, and the heavy man saying, you are not going anywhere, hold him on the ground. What is happening to the heavy man? What is happening to the hefty man? The hefty man is also holding himself.
The truth. The truth. This is the truth presented in front in order to garnish it with manipulations and lies. That is the reason why when you see, that is the reason why I always bring the activities of these people in front of you, so that you will know where your loophole started and where you are going to, you need to off-ramp. Listen.
If they should call me to advise the government, I will tell the government of Nigeria, settle every matter you have with people in detention as quick as possible, because I'm seeing things degenerating in the realm of the spirit. I'm seeing things degenerating in the realm of the spirit. I see politicians running away from their hometowns. Running away from their state. Running away from where they're supposed to be. You see, when the prophecy is coming, is to help people that has wisdom to analyze and check it and then take the proper steps for things to be okay.
Analyze it. The same analysis is where we are at right now. We are analyzing you, analyzing your activities, analyzing your manipulations, analyzing your criminality. That is what we are here to do. So the person who is doing this, it is me, Judge Money. I am not doing it and hiding my face. In case if you don't know, you claim that you are a prophet, you claim that you are a man of God, but you are a man of yourself. You are God of your man, because those that are in your church is whom see you as your God of man, because you have manipulated them into being mentally slaved to you. Not everything you tell them follow. But when it comes to IPOB, what brought us together to fight this fight is because we are able to read meaning out of words. We are able to read meanings out of sentiments, out of sentence. We are able to read meanings out of everything. We are able to read perceptions. We are able to shift perceptions. That is actually the way it is. And we are here to make sure that mankind emancipates from mental slavery and that mankind is decolonized from, mental slavery. Very, very important. So if you are watching, share this video. The line is going to be open in case if you want to call in. The line is open now. You can call in while we are finalizing what we are doing, because we are going to take few calls, because I believe that I have stayed more than expected. I have been here more than expected. So the line is open now. If you want to call in, go ahead, you call and you air your view so that we will proceed. We already have a caller on the line. The caller on the line, your name and where you are calling from.
Yeah, Margie, good afternoon from here.
Good afternoon. C2, is it you?
Yes, Margie, it's me.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, Margie. I've been watching your program this afternoon. It's very, 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 very fantastic, and then I appreciate you for that, for the good job that you are doing. Margie, I have a lot to say, but I will, you notice me anytime I'm angry, I don't express myself very well. This is the people who have too much anger. But right now, I will calm down to express myself so people can understand me. Exactly. So I noticed that. So first of all, I feel we made one mistake. The day, you remember when we always talk about our politicians? The Zoo media, the gutter journalist media always tell us, oh, your representatives responsible, all your politicians responsible. We hold Ekwemadu responsible in Germany to ask him, what have you been doing with the life of our people? The money they give you to make sure that our road is good, what happened to it? What he did was to print green, white, green. Ishago, come to where Iriji. Then our people now show him that we are no longer playing anymore. Then immediately that thing happened. Samaneba went up and started, causing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That was, somebody called my attention, and this thing has happened. I didn't know. So, because nobody knew him then, nobody knows this Ibrahima then, he went up on social media and started abusing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that he should come and apologize to Ekwemadu. That is where he was trying to come up. But IPOB failed to checkmate him then. Immediately he knew that whatever he's trying to do then did not go higher. He now started promoting Biafra. But you and I know that even though you are a dead man talking about Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will love you. That is one thing our people don't understand. He will love you. Yeah. Even though if he is enemy talking about Biafra, Mazi will love you because he stands for freedom. Now he starts talking about he's exposing Nigeria, talking about Biafra, talking about Biafra. Maybe Mazi caught his attention. So okay, let me just give him that attention. Say he's doing a good job. Now, immediately he does that, the zoo now start contacting Samaneba because this is an arrangement between him and the Ekwemadu. This is Ndiriji or Hanese with Ekwemadu. Our people should know that every politician in our land, both governors are Hanese. That is why Hanese can never say anything when our people is dying. All of them are Hanese.
Yes.
Now, all of them are Hanese. So this guy, Mazina, say, okay, since this guy is talking about Biafra, he now say, okay, carry on with your good job. You are doing a good job. Keep doing what you are doing because he now see that Mazi have, encouraged him. He keep waiting. Anywhere Mazi Nnamdi Kanu take a interview from Mosanga, he will go there. If Bruce Friend take a call Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he will go to Brazil. He bring everybody, all these people in his platform. That is where we failed to checkmate this criminal. That is where we failed. But let's keep it there. Number 2, you see this girl in Naba Egunimaha. Mazi, are you aware that I called that lady?
No.
We're on the oath, we don't lie. I called that lady one day. I asked her a question. To go come and bear me witness. If I lie, my NLC tomorrow. I want to know, just like as I said, I couldn't express myself today. I want to find that because when this is happening, don't rush it. That is where we make the mistake. Don't rush things. Go down and find out exactly where things are getting wrong our people say, then I called this lady one day. I speak to her, I try to know where is she coming from, what is happening, what are you talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and other things? Why are you talking what you are talking? Why are you saying? This girl made a confession to me that people trying to pay her money. She told me that people were, yes, of course, I don't lie, I'm under oath. There's no need to lie. She told me that people promise her.
Hello, are you there? Hello? Are you still there? Looks like we
Mazi,
okay.
Mazi, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. People promise her money.
Yeah, so yes. People, yes. But you know who that promised her that money?
No.
It's autopilot people. That is where this thing was started, because Samalepa was trying to beat himself up through all these
Pastors
and other things. Yes. If that girl is hearing my voice, if she lie, she will die mysteriously death. You know, we are under oath. That is why if we come to challenge you, we tell you, go and drink water and say what I said now is lie. That is all of you. She knows. I made investigation about. She told me people. I called one of our comrades. I said, "Nah, these people have." She told me with her own mouth. Then, you know who paid her? I am going to tell you the two people that paid that lady. One is Nelly. One is Nelly. The two is the people that are supporting Samaneba then. Because don't forget that Nelly paid, the same Nelly paid Sampe Master.
Nelly did everything to bring Simon Ekpa to the front page.
Okay. We know that Nelly paid Sampe Master and Sampe Master and tell Sampe Master to come out and cause GOS. Sampe Master being somebody who knows Omenana or Dinana, he came out and told Nelly, if you don't come and take this money, I'll burn it. He actually pawned that 1 million. He pawned it down. That is when the autopilot went to attack it. They went and attacked that guy. That is when IPOB come out and tell them, Mazi Chinason will come out and tell them, nobody, if anybody try to attack any IPOB member again in Biafra land, that person will disappear. He made it clear to them. They attack Sampe Master because they want to bribe him. Now, you see, Mazi, before I drop, let me tell you what is going to happen. You know our people, when we want them, they don't listen. Let me tell you what is going to happen about this pastor now you are talking about. You know what is going to happen, Mazi? Now, Mazi is about to come out. If Mazi come out, he will not present the judgment of Samaneba in the front of the whole world. A criminal this guy has been doing. Then you still the same pastors will come out and say, "Oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are too harsh, but this guy has been fighting for you. Yes. This guy has been fighting for you to come out." This is what is going on now.
It's true.
Because they are trying to make sure that they go through all the whole pastors. This is what this pastor is pushing. He does not say, Mazi, I think there's a flood in the zoo. Doesn't he have a prophecy to see it?
No, they don't.
You know there's a flood, but he didn't see it. Now, the reason why this man is coming out, what is today's date? I think it's 4th of November, 2022. Mark today's date down. They will come out and tell Mazi, "Oh, but this guy has been fighting to you."
No, that's why the criminal always say Biafra will judge.
Exactly. But this guy, this pastor, did not see the mood of Nelly. This man is here on social media. No, he did not see it as a pastor. This pastor right here, the same pastors. You remember the one they call Ego Prophet?
Michael Jackson.
Ego Prophet. Yes. No, there's one they call Ego Prophet.
Only how Michael Jackson Prophet. In Kenya you watch now.
Even I had another one on the port. That one to watch. There's another one again. He has been bribing them. They has been bribing this one. There's
No,
another
this
one again.
this one, we send him back to his cocoon. Let me show you the one you are talking about. We sent him back to where he come from. The one is the all of this one. After the program with Simon, we just send him back.
Let me see the one. Open it. Let me see if it's there. There's one they call Ego Prophet.
Ego Prophet, oh, Michael Jackson. And can you go to watch?
This one is the one you call Michael Jackson. Not this. This one is another criminal. Another criminal.
This one with Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was Ego Prophet that is Michael Jackson.
No, not this one. No. I'm going to tell you Ego Prophet. The criminal himself who come out and announce when they kidnap us and they can bribe him. He come out and tell us there is no IPOB in London. There is no IPOB in
Germany.
In Jakarta. There is no IPOB everywhere. It's only in America and Germany. That is where these people hold their hold. This is where they were trying to push Samanep at that time into IPOB. The people in America and the people in Germany. Who are the people in the Germany? Kano Takano. Kano Takano Chineka that walk. Kano Takano. Where was or Kano Takano will die shameful death. Kano Takano
cool down. Don't go there, guy. Natawa, because it's in nature. Relax.
Yeah, Mazi. Okay, let me not go there. But the truth has been said. This is the guy who we are undermining TOS, Kano Takano, pushing Samaneta to start calling TOS a criminal on social media. Kano Takano was the one. I am telling our people this afternoon. Anybody, any pastor, we have made that mistake. We are not going to repeat it again. Anybody who rose up in head and start coming on social media to call Samaneta is doing this, we'll go after him because we made that mistake. That is why we are where we are today. Anybody that rose up and said, be you pastor, be you politicians that come and say, Samanapa this, Samanapa that, we go after that idiot. Thank you very much for going after him. You have finished him, but I'm waiting for Methuselah to bury him properly. Methuselah is going to bury him. Thank you for you have bullied the 6 feet already. He will go 6 feet. Methuselah to go to the Aja.
Correct.
You see, these people, we have made the mistake of allowing Samaneba to grow. We IPOB made that mistake. We allow him, but this time around, anybody, even if he be my mother, come out on social, anybody, any pastor come out on social media, talk about IPOB or talk about Samaneba, trying to promote him, we will go after teacher. They are a bunch of criminals. I'm telling you, these people does not see no father.
Serious criminals.
These people, they don't. How many people are for? I'm telling you the gospel. These people, they don't see. Chineke, I don't want to say something on your platform to avoid the, These people did not know the fly that has egg in his stomach. They don't see this flood coming. You know why? The same. See, they impoverish our people with the church. The politicians have failed. They know that they're going to impoverish people. They now push people to. They now open their church. Politicians in what church in the world. Politicians have the church in Biafra land, in Nigeria. These politicians that have it. The bishop on these bishops are their principal officers. You don't know? All the church you see in Nigeria is owned by politicians, and these bishops, all these are the GO are their headmasters. I'm telling you, that is why you will go to church, pray from Monday to Sunday. They will tell you your miracle is coming. Your miracle is coming. Would you believe that this Suleiman, pack his family, put under bulletproof and carry innocent people, open them in danger? He escaped assassination. But now, he come out and instead of them to tell them that it's bulletproof that saved him, he said nobody will kill him. Suleiman, why can't you be on ordinary car? Why can't you be in the ordinary car?
To see.
These are a bunch of criminals. There is nothing in church of fraud. I've been telling people that church is the most fraudest thing that happened in the church. Is the fraud, the most fraud. If I did not interrupt that lady in Agwebunimaya, I wouldn't know that they want to. She told me with her own mouth that they bribe her, they give her money. They are bribing her to give her. Who is that? Do you think IPOB has time to give somebody money? We need money. Okay. This Samanepana that is calling is pretending. He didn't know that we have his record. He didn't know that IPOB know what he's playing. Is he not the same man who is saying Mazen Namdekano? Is he not the same man that said everybody should not go to IPOB meeting? Don't contribute again. If we don't contribute, how can we tell our lawyers that represent Mazen Namdekano? He said that Umuchuku writers that Mazi did not play with. He come out on social media and say Umuchuku Taranshe. He's calling Umuchuku Taranshe.
I have those videos. When the day of reckoning, we have all these documentaries.
Mazi Namdekano have sent, let me put it to the ears of autopilot. This is what I'm saying here now is confirmed, authentic. Mazi have sent message to this Simon. Tone down this rubbish you are doing. Tune it down. But you know what? You take advantage.
But you heard from Benjamin Madbugu. You didn't hear the message.
Of course.
Their cup is full.
Yeah. But he took the advantage because Mazen Namdekano was kidnapped. Let me tell you something. Mazen Namdekano knows exactly what is going to. Mazen Namdekano is not stupid.
No, he knows everything. He knows everything.
Of course. But you know the anger of Mazen Namdekano because he is not outside. This guy used the opportunity to be calling the cheapest criminal. Calling calling IPOB,
stealing people's money in the name of non-control ESN. We asked him, show the video of the ESN you are giving money. He can't.
Mazi, this Samanapa that pretend to be innocent, all of Samanapa become innocent. Samanapa, the people that you took in the name of visa, Samanapa won't talk about them all. But he didn't know that we know the people, the record of people he took in the name of visa.
We have some of the we even have some of the information which they sent out there, which is Samanpa's credentials, how they paid him.
You know this guy. This
is the WhatsApp conversation they had.
He can pretend all this pretend on social media. You know what? You know the reason why he is crying? Our people no longer listen to him in Biafra land. All those criminals, and also Chinasa will have pushed them to hellfire. All of them, they are on the run. Those ones we catch it, and those ones we can't catch our also. Some of them are now in Lagos. We know them. We will get them. That is why he bring out this pastor to champion this thing so that they will think he's relevant. Why can't this pastor allow Samanapa to share his wife's nude on social media? Take this pastor, bring your woman nude so we can share it on social media. These are a bunch of criminals. These are a bunch of maggots. These are criminals. You see these pastors? If they give me the opportunity, I will wipe all of them away. They are a bunch of criminals. I am a victim. I will call you and tell you something. You will shed tears. These pastors, Mazi, I have transferred money, my own money, through POS to a pastor. What I'm telling you, in the name of somebody, Chineke playing your job. That idiot has died now. I hear that idiot. He came on crusade. Somebody called these people, we don't want to talk. We don't want to talk because we just want Mazi have let us know that these people are criminals. These pastors, they are evil. They are worse than colonial masters. They are worse than Britain. I'm telling you the gospel truth. All of them need to die off. These people have convinced our people so that our people need to say in the name of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I told them who Jesus Christ and I will crucify him upside down. I say thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Hi, this guy. All right. Thank you for calling. So that is how people feel about the manipulations that is being done on our people. That's how they feel. And you don't blame them sometimes. You don't blame them. Because the more we talk about it, the more we become free from it. The more we talk about it, the more we be free from it. That is exactly what is going on. So, of course, we are going to be descending. We are bringing this program to an end. That is one call that actually going to close the program. But if I get any call now, we take it as a last call. Otherwise, we are bringing this program to an end. We have actually sent our message, and we believe that it is heard. It is heard. So, great Biafrans all over the world, lovers of freedom, we are going to be, concluding it at this juncture until we come your way again next time. I want you to continue to stay safe and stay formidable. Don't ever misinformation, because lack of information is what you become ignorant. When you lack information, you become ignorant. It's very, very important for our people to be very, very, get exposed to things that are informative, because when you get exposed to informative things, you will not be able to be myopic. You won't be myopic. You won't turn out to be ignorant, because when you know something, somebody will not use it to lie to you. When you are not exposed to something, then that is the time they are going to use such things to lie to you and to manipulate you. So, of course, until we meet again, stay safe, stay informed. Bye bye.